Stability, routine, and consistency. We're talking about the bedtime routine. Cast your mind back. Recall when you left that hospital with your wonderful bundle of joy as a family, and you came home and you quickly realized, oh yes, we need to get a bedtime routine in. So you quickly put together a plan. Okay, feed is at such and such a time, have a bath and tuck them up into their cot certain time so that you can have your evening. But then for some, they get their child now gets to 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on, and by the time you look, there is no bedtime routine. That's all gone out the window. And what we've replaced it with is we just say to our child, oh, it's time for you to go to bed, and we just leave them to it basically. We don't tuck them in, we just send them up. And just imagine you being a child, how lonely that must feel, to go inside your bedroom and hear your parents downstairs or in the other room talking, laughing away, whilst you as a child have got to go and put yourself to bed. Good. I'm glad you can just imagine that. Now come back to being a parent. So now that you've just envisaged what it must feel like, that lonely feeling of a child being told to go to their bed, now I want you to think how important the solid foundations you are building when you impart a bedtime routine, a consistent one. So from the age of 4 onwards, right up till about they're 12 years old, it's recommended that your child has a bedtime routine. That consists of reading a book, reading some literature. It might be, the good book, the biblical book, which you're setting solid foundations for your child growing up. That doesn't mean you're not going to have any circumstances that are adverse, but what you're doing is laying solid foundations for the future, and you're bonding with your child, which is so essential. Now, what does that consist of at night time? It means obviously you get your day out the way, you've got to do homework with your child, they've got to eat dinner, then they have bath time, and then comes the bedtime routine, where you take the opportunity to switch off from your phone, from conversations, from people, ringing you and distracting you, and you say, no, this is my time with my child. I'm going to make that effort. And the thing is, you might think, oh, it's going to be a long one, about an hour or so, when actual fact is actually probably max 15, 20 minutes, if even that. Because as you tuck your child in and you start reading a book, they get tired anyway. So you may find you might get up to 10 minutes and they're ready for bed. But what this affords you to is ask your child about their day at school as well. Because you've been out of sight, out of mind for 7-8 hours of the day, and you've not had that chance to connect with your child. So here is a perfect opportunity to build that bond and foundation with your child. So as the years go by and you keep this consistently going, once they get to secondary school, they've had that nurturing from when they were young, where they've had that connection, they've had that time with you, and you can naturally, let go of them and let them enjoy their adolescence years, their teen years, knowing that you built a solid foundation of a consistent bedtime routine. And you've also learned to connect with your child from a young age, and now they get into their teens, that connection transpires and it progresses, and you've done that nurturing for them. So I want to encourage you to choose stability, routine, and consistency with a bedtime routine.